going on, everybody? Today's video is going to be all about building out your website and or funnel. I'm going to be using the example of building the funnel out today, and we're going to do it in under an hour. It's going to be amazing, so let's just hop right in. All right, guys, so here we are in the IGS platform, and this is the Sites tab on the common menu on the left. And what we're going to do today is we're going to go ahead and build out that lead magnet funnel. All right, so you got three options as soon as you click the new funnel. You have from blank, funnel AI, and from templates. Now this, after a certain amount of credits, it will actually start charging you. I think it's like 2 cents for every time that you want to use this. Now you can use this, but we're going to go ahead and create from scratch just so I could show you how easy it is. All right, so I'm going to name this IGS testing. And we're going to create it. And it's going to ask us to add a step or import. So I'm going to go ahead and add a step. All right, so name and the slug, make sure it's lowercase. So you could use an existing one if you already have an existing one, or if you have like a ClickFunnels type one, you can also import it right into here. But we're gonna go ahead and create from blank. Do me a quick favor. Hit that like and subscribe button, and make sure that you hit the notifications button so that you don't miss any more of these videos that are really gonna help you impact the world with the gifts that you have. All right, let's get back to it. I'm gonna show you how quickly we can do this. All right, so first things first, I'm going to choose a background, which up here on this ribbon menu, you'll see it says background right there. And it's going to ask me for an image or a background color or both. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in my background color, which I have here for my brand colors. Once you have put a bunch of stuff in your brand board, it will automatically populate up here. And then because I've already uploaded some of this stuff, I'm going to go with something like this as an image. There we go. That looks really cool. All right, so here I'm going to add a logo. So I'm going to do a single column. And then scroll down to image. And over on the right hand side of the settings menu, like that. And we're going to put the white one in. And then here, we'll just say I am going to put some text. So I want a header. I'm going to change the color to white. And my amazing lead magnet funnel. Down here, I'm going to add a video. I don't even remember where the video went. Oh, there it is. So I'm going to add a video here. Select the video. You choose a thumbnail. Now, if you don't have a thumbnail already loaded up, you can also use some of the stock images up here. This is always a good one. For me, at least, I actually love it. A loop, and then you'll have all these different options over here. Now, you could do these just like this, or you can allow play pause, stuff like that, so that people can really see what it is that you're doing in your videos. And if that's it. Now the video, I like these for lead magnet funnels because these are extremely simple. And if you want to change the size of this, which looks a little bit big to me, auto. and then make the height 200. Yeah, one of these got to be auto. Then you can make it a little bit smaller, but I like this as a funnel because it's extremely simple. And in this video, you can explain to them what it is that they came here for and why it is that they would love to have whatever it is that you're offering, right? So super, super awesome, super simple way to do it. Down below, I would probably put a subheadline if it will allow me, which probably it won't because I need to have a single column, and then it will have a subheadline, and then down here be, are you ready to get on the call? Are you ready to get on an Explorer call? Maybe a question to them, something like that. And in the video, you can reference this button that we're going to have. Now, there's a few different ways to do the buttons. You could do them right from here where you click on the button and it gives you a standard button. One thing I really like doing is using this little menu over here, and it will give me a bunch of different buttons in here. I love the rounded button, and you could change a bunch of stuff in here. So if you go down, and it can open up a pop-up, which is what we'll have here in just a second. I like it fluid. And I also like my animations. Do a hover, elevate. So every time somebody comes over it, it will hover, and then it will change the button text to schedule Explorer. Well, if I can spell Explorer session correctly. But in here, you could also do the text transform, and I'll put them all as uppercase like that. And then I will select the font size to be a little bit bigger. Obviously, it's going to go super big if I do that. That schedule Explorer session, and let's go ahead and change this to white. There you go. And at the bottom, you can do like, whatever it is that you want. If it's something like, your social media links or anything like that, there's also a useful tool in here. So column, and from there I'll put add, and then it'll be social media icons. You can choose from different ones. I like this one right here, and I might even add something in just above it. So what I'll do is I'll go here and then say find us on social media after I'm done. Find us on social media. I'll change that to white. And what I'll do is actually, you can just press this little up arrow on the left, and it will bring it right up above it. You could also change the font size of this. We'll make it 25. And the icon size of these, we'll make them a little bit bigger. We'll also make them 25 by 25. And then you put in, once you hit the pencil icon, then you go ahead and put in right here for your new window, right? And whatever your handle is, facebook.com. For us, it's, / intuitive growth system. But you could put all of your social media links right in here. And if you do not have a social media link, like I don't have the X, I get rid of that. And I think that's pretty much about it. And then you can see it gets rid of it down here. And then this way you have a reoccurring loop for people to actually go to some place to find out even more about you. And you'll get a lot of followers and a lot of views and even more. It's just something else, another touch point that people can start to really get to know you. But I'm going to go ahead and save that now. Can't publish it yet because I haven't connected a domain, but I can connect a domain right from here if I want to. And it will select a domain, right? And we can click on one of these domains that I have. When you have the IGS platform, you could purchase a domain right through here. So you say can't find a domain, you could purchase one or connect a domain. If I click purchase a domain, it will bring you to the purchasing of a domain. And it's very, very simple. Once you go ahead and you add in whatever it is, my amazing .com, and it will search and it will find, it says it's not available, but it does give you a bunch of other ones in here as well. My incredible site. There you go. I like that one. You buy that one. It's going to say, hey, do you want to? Are you sure? And it's going to ask you to agree to the terms and conditions. And if you wanted to add any of the .org, .net, or the UK, if that helps you. But you could also purchase 1 through 10 years. Okay. So really cool. All right in the same platform. All right, let's go back over here. I don't need to do that, but I can actually find it and look at it right from here. If I click that little button, obviously that's not the best picture, but then it will start to actually do this right here. And it will tell you, do you want to schedule an Explorer session, which is really cool. But what I'm going to do, I noticed that this padding isn't quite right, so we're going to move this down, right? So it's not right over the top of it. So what we can do is we go to this one, go to styles, and on the bottom, we put 40, and that will actually allow you to do that. Then we can go back and check it. It's moving down, but not far enough. So then I will create this one right here, and on the top, I will say I'll say 60 this time, and see that should be 100 pixels. And boom. Are you ready for an Explorer call? We'll even bring it down a little bit further just to make sure so it looks cohesive. And you can go even further than that if you wanted to. But that looks good. And this way, when you reference this button inside of here, like, hey, get exactly what it is that you're looking for by clicking the button below and schedule an Explorer session. Now, this is going to bring up a pop-up if I'm not mistaken, but there's nothing in the pop-up. See, there's nothing here, even when I click on it. So what we're going to do is we're going to make this into, let's see what the actions are on the left-hand side here. General is where I needed to be. Open pop-up, which pop-up? No pop-ups. Should do on the upper left, you'll see the pop-up settings. We'll go ahead and create new pop-up. And I'm gonna add a row and add a column. I'm gonna add some text. And say, your schedule your Explorer session below. And then I'm going to add a calendar here. So once you have your calendar set up, you can go ahead and it'll say use group page, but I don't have any groups in there. But once you have your calendar set up and it's named properly, you could actually pick from one of these calendars that are up here. So I'll just pick this one right here. So your Genius Zone decision call, and it will come up right in here. So now people, all they got to do is click the button, boom, boom, and they now get to schedule an appointment. So they get exactly what they want right away. So there is another caveat to this. You could use 2 different forms of actions after somebody submits this. Once they submit this, because they're going to be selecting one of these and then they're going to be filling out a form, you can use the action from the calendar builder. Once it's set up, you can use that and it'll just be a little text box that comes up right here in the center. And then it'll just say, thank you very much for booking a call. We look forward to talking to you, or whatever it is that you put in there. Or you can go to the next step. So we're going to say next step, and I'm going to show you how easy it is to just make a quick thank you page that has just that in it, and it eases a lot of things up for you. So once we're done here, I just want to check it again real quick. Make sure, okay, so that does come up when it's exited and also when you click that button. So pretty simple. I do like it when it's on exit sometimes. Sometimes I don't. It all depends on what it is that I'm doing. You can turn that off or on, however it is that you want. So let's go back. Let's create another step. And we'll just say thank you. And the path will be thank you test. And again, you could also import your ClickFunnels URL right from here too. We'll create the funnel step just like you did in the beginning. And then I'm going to use an existing, and from the funnel, I'm going to use the same one that I just used. I'm going to import it, and I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. So now you have all the same stuff. So I'm going to get rid of this, and I'm going to get rid of, where is it? Where'd you go? There it is. And get rid of that. And then say something to the effect of, you for booking a call. Right? And I'm going to transform this into capitalize. And there you go. Now it is a full-on thank you page and everything else. So if you go back to your test page, you can actually now operate the button and or the pop-up and fill out a form, and it will take you over to that thank you page. What that also does is when your stats and everything come in, you could actually see when somebody hits the thank you page, you'll know that they actually opted in, right? So in the settings, this is also where you connect your domain, and you could also purchase right from here too. But make sure that if you have payments or anything like that, that the payment mode is live, and required credit card and all that stuff are enabled. You don't have to do GDPR compliance stuff unless you want to. It's not entirely necessary. But you can get really granular with it and adjust all the fonts and colors and everything else like that. But I'm just showing you like the really quick way to do it. So super easy. Next, we are going to make sure that all of the automations and everything else are in there. So you've created your all of your stuff, and all of that is good to go. So if you haven't created a calendar yet, you create your calendar, and we'll just say, which one did I use? The Genius Decision Call. So we could use this one, and the availability is correct, right? It doesn't have Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 10 to 4. Make sure all your availabilities, your forms of payment, right? It's a pretty standard form first name, last name, email, phone number. You can choose from different forms. If you have a bunch of different forms in here, you can choose them. But I do like the original form. It's very nice. I love doing a consent checkbox because it creates this massive amount of intent, right? So I confirm that I want to receive content from this company using the contact information I provide. You could actually put your company name in there and do all that. But this is the confirmation message that they would get right from there. And then in here, in your notifications and additional options, you'll find a lot of these automations, right? So cancellation, reschedule, appointment booked, reminder, follow-up. So when somebody does create an appointment, you can actually go in and say, okay, I want them to get an email, right? You enable it here in the email, and then you enable it, and then this is the email that they're going to get, right? And I'll go over in another video a lot of these custom values, okay? So contact name, super excited to chat with you. We'll laugh, have fun, discuss your dream business and desires, right? And then appointment title, appointment start time. So whenever they fill it out, it automatically populates all of that information right in here. And then also gives them these buttons to link it to Google, Outlook, or iCloud calendar. Really, really cool. And then you can put in your from address and your name. And then you get something like this. Your appointment has been scheduled with whoever they are. Here are the details, right? Fully automated, don't have to do anything with that. I like it to have it in app. Some people like to have some of the cancellations and stuff in an email. I like it in the app because I'm in the app quite often and I have it on my phone. Reminders, do a reminder. You could do one, see there's one right here at 24 hours and 10 minutes before. You don't have to do them, a bunch of them. You could just do one, right? So you can delete this one and just make this one 10 minutes. And then you could, if you have templates, you could use a template right from here. But I don't have any templates made that I want to use. I really like the default template and I just customize it for mine. But it will say, you know, there's a friendly reminder about our upcoming appointment. Here are the details. And it does the same thing, gives them the same details, all that stuff. So if it's a Zoom link, it will actually show up right here at this meeting link location. So once you integrate Zoom in here, it will automatically do that. You don't have to do much else other than that. Once it's on my calendar and somebody books a call, it automatically alerts me, right? You can allow cancellation of meetings 0 minutes before, an hour before, or days before. So, and then the meeting notes, this is kind of what it provides. That's if this was going to be sent, you know, via like Google or something like that. At the bottom of the Google Calendar invite, it will actually show all this stuff right here. It'll give them the reschedule and the cancellation link, which is auto-populated. There's nothing you have to do with that, which is really cool. And if you need a follow-up, you can do it right from here as well. So these are just the basic already built-in automations. There is a whole nother automation section for when somebody does something. So if you want them to get a specialized email, or if you want them to do, like if they purchase something, like if they're going to do a download or something like that, you could actually create one right from here. And I'll show you what that looks like so that you can see. I know we're really good on time. This is a pretty simple process. So let's just say like, I don't know why it's asking me for that. I thought I already did that. Let's just say you want to, after a form that they fill out is submitted, and then we'll just see, we'll add the filters, which form the form is. We'll just say it's form 48 or onboarding form, right? After they fill out the onboarding form, or just say whatever form that you're using, which is, actually, I'll just make this form 48. So whatever form that is, whether it be to have them fill out a form to download something, maybe a PDF that you have, something that you want to uplift them with, or maybe like a book, an ebook of some kind like that. You could do all that right in here, and then the next step will be to maybe wait. Well, I'd probably add a contact tag, and I would say that it's for an ebook. Got the ebook. So add the new tag, save action, and just a quick pro tip: put the tag name in the description. This way you don't have to click on it in order to see what it is. You know right from looking at it right here that it's going to be adding the got ebook tag, right? And so you could do the same thing here. Instead of it saying just form submitted, at form 48 submitted, right? Or your ebook form or whatever it is. But you can see, boom, right in there what it is. Next, I would send the email. And I'm just going to choose one. So from a template, I don't know if it'll let me. Selecting it from a smart builder. You could do it from there as well. You could do it from the design editor right from here. Now, if you like, or you could select an existing template after any of these. And we'll just choose, let's just say you made an existing template and it was basically just a regular text style email, and you just say, hey, look, I really appreciate you downloading this. This is amazing, and I know it's really going to help you out. Please book a call with me as well once you have completed all the steps on the form, right? Or something like that, right? And then you can track the clicks and all that stuff if you want to. I'm just going to save that, and we'll just say we'll call it the got ebook and ask for there you go. And it's as simple as that. After that, they could just go right through here. They get tagged with that. And then now you could use this tag to retarget them later on. Hey, thank you very much for downloading the ebook, a week ago or whatever it was. I just wanted to see how it was that you, any feedback that you had for it or something like that. But in a nutshell, very, very simple to do. So that's pretty much about it, guys. There is, a bunch of features in here that you could really start to use and get really familiar with. I highly suggest, once you get the platform, to go ahead and just start playing around with it. It's really, really simple. It's very intuitive. You can change just about anything in here, and there's always updates constantly. And I'm always trying my best to keep ahead of all of them and give you guys actionable steps so that you guys can really learn them. But in the end, you guys are really, really gonna love how this works for you. It's gonna save you tons of time, tons of energy, and all that stuff. So that's all I got for this today. And let me know if you guys have any questions on it. All right, so there you have it, guys. Built out the complete funnel with the automations and everything else included in there. And I really, really, really hope you guys got a lot out of this. Actually, as a matter of fact, I trust that you did. Because I know it took me a long time to learn this stuff and really get it down, but it doesn't have to be that way for you, and that's what I'm here for. That's how I give my gifts back to you. So in your soul-led business, we're going to make it a lot easier and flow right into freedom for you. So what I want you to do now, if you don't already have the IGS platform, I want you to go to the link down below. I want you to click that link, and you're going to get your 7-day free trial of the IGS platform, which is going to help you start really getting into building the vision that you have of impact in the world. And if you already have it, then I will see you on one of the calls inside of the community. Later, guys. Till next video.